The Ugadale Cottages, are a wonderful addition to that part of Scotland. There hasn't been a lot of new hospitality product built in that area in some time. These are fabulous cottages. I mean, outside and inside they rival the quality and standard of a Ritz-Carlton or a Four Seasons. But yet they're still comfortable, they're cozy, they're fireplaces. When you close your eyes and envision a cottage in Scotland, this is what you get. We really wanted to. We felt we were in such a special location. We have the Atlantic Ocean at our front door, world-class golf out the side door, not only with our course, Machrihanish Dunes, but with the Machrihanish Golf Club, which is an old famous course, top 100 in the world, designed by old Tom Morris. So I think as a developer, it was the perfect setting. You couldn't create a better palette, and dropping our product in the middle of that, we had to do something that was mindful of where we were, and I think respectful of the area, and this was it. The old clubhouse was built in the 1800s and served as the clubhouse for the Macrihanish Golf Club until the 1960s. If these walls could talk, they would remind us of all the great golfers that have come through Macrihanish, including old Tom Morris, who I suspect enjoyed a drink or two within these stone walls. Today, the old clubhouse serves as the social centerpiece of our first village, the village at Machrihanish. The development of Macrihanish for us, not only is the golf course, it's the restoration of 2 hotels. It's the 2 charming hotels, by the way, landmark properties, one in Machrihanish and one in nearby Campbeltown. It's the construction and sale of old Scottish type golf cottages. There's beautiful stone cottages decorated with the appropriate Scottish flair. So it's a real estate development as well as hospitality as well as golf. The first hotel was right in the middle of our first village, the Ugadale Hotel, that is. It was smacked out in the middle of our first village. And that, with regards to that hotel, we're really restoring it. We're kind of bringing it back to its glory days, which were probably over 100 years ago now. But it was an easy decision. Walking through the hotel for the first time, you could see the great bones and architecture and design and detail and style and flair that the building had been built originally by, and we just really are restoring that, cleaning it up, and making good.
There was a hotel here, a small hotel, smaller than it is now, or was now, a very small hotel, way back well over in 100 years ago, 1890s or earlier than that, and it was used for the golf club here started, and there were a number of people came to it as a golf course. So during or between the wars, there was a big demand for Ugadale because it grew very quickly, because they were around about Glasgow or in the surrounding area. There may be 5, 6 or 7 places where people of category used to go on holiday. This was one of them. There's various ones about St Andrews or different places, and they used to come here. And when they did come here, they would send the family down for a month or 2 months with their maids and so on, and the husbands would come down at the weekend, because at that time there would be a boat coming from Glasgow, and there was a small train. I don't know if you know, there was a train came from Campbeltown right out to the back of the Ugadale, and it was left, but they used to come here for the golf. And when you look at the hotel, it grew from a small, virtually bed and breakfast almost, much better than that, to a huge thing that it was. About 90, nearly 97 bedrooms or something like that, you see. So it was a big place. There had been a fire at one time, a very bad fire, and the place was pretty well, a lot of it was gutted, but they used that opportunity to rebuild in different shapes. So it's changed about 4 or 5 different shapes since the beginning of the 20th century, really. But so that's what's happened there.
We're in Springbank Distillery in Campbeltown, Scotland's oldest family-owned distillery, and it's one of 3 remaining Campbeltown distilleries. Springbank Distillery is the only distillery in Scotland that does the entire production process on site. What that means is that we do 100% of our malting. We malt the barley. We also do all of our mashing, all of our distillation is all done here at the distillery, obviously. All of our maturation, we're in the warehouse at Springbank Distillery. All of our whisky is matured on site, and we also do 100% of our bottling at the distillery. So it's the only distillery in Scotland where the whole process of turning barley into bottles of whisky, 100% of the production is done here. You think back to certainly the late 1800s, 1880, 1890, and Campbeltown was the whisky making capital of the world. You know, there was over 30 distilleries working in this town, a huge concentration, a massive history in distilling. You know, obviously the famous song Campbeltown Loch, I Wish You Were Whiskey, that was really based on the number of distilleries that were working around here, producing whisky and shipping it all over the world, really. Campbeltown distilleries were known as the Hector of the West, and they were renowned throughout the world for their the quality of the whiskies. Obviously it's all fine watching me standing here talking about our whiskies, but the best way to experience the distillery and to experience the smells and the sounds and the flavours that I've been talking about is to come and visit us. We have our tasting room in Campbeltown where you can arrange a tour of Springbank and Glengyle Distillery. You can then sit down there, it's nice, it's relaxed, and enjoy 3 or 4 drams from our distillery. So we do tours at 10 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock from Monday to Saturday, so please come and visit us.